of smoking?
Well, there's been a question over the health consequences for a long time. We don't know what causes cancer, and I'm sure you don't. No one's been awarded the Nobel Prize for identifying the cause of cancer. But we're not sitting back and running crazy campaigns to try and restrict people's right to advertise. We're doing legitimate research, and through the Australian Tobacco Research Foundation, we put some $5 billion over the last decade into try and find out what the causes of cancer are. If we knew the causes of cancer, we could get on. If it's something in the tobacco product, we have the technology to remove it. If it's not in the tobacco product, tell them to leave us alone. So we're very concerned about those accusations, and we're doing something about it. We're spending considerable research funds here in Australia to the tune of $5 million, in the US to the tune of $150 million, in the UK to the tune of £50 million. So we're not sitting back idly and accepting those accusations. We're doing something about it. But we just don't know what the cause is.
So do you agree, though, not cancer, but do you agree that smoking is a health hazard?
There is a statistical association between people who smoke and those diseases. We don't know whether it's the nature of the people, whether they're type A personalities, whether they're more hypertensive or what it is. We just don't know what the relationship is. There's similar relationships. There was a relationship many years ago between malaria and dark, damp, swampy areas. It was only later on they actually found out there was another catalyst involved, and that was the mosquito. We just don't know what the cause of these diseases are. Take Japan. It has the second highest smoking incidence in the world. It has the longest longevity in the world, and it has the lowest incidence of lung cancer. And people sit here and tell me that smoking causes lung cancer. Well, if that anomaly can exist, there's got to be something wrong with their argument. And there are numerous examples of that nature all around the world. We don't know what causes lung cancer. The sooner we find out, the better it will be. We don't know what causes heart disease. We don't know what causes emphysema. But we're doing something about it. We're putting research funds in to try and identify the cause of cancer. Banning advertising isn't going to make one iota of difference, because the reason people smoke is peer pressure, is parental smoking habits, where children spend their pocket money. And I've got research report after research report after research report here that proves that point, including the New South Wales Drug and Alcohol Authority study, recently published, and sometime earlier on, the report of the National Health and Medical Research Council.
Well, if that's the case, why do you channel so much of your money into advertising?
We're a commercial organisation. We're three major tobacco manufacturers in Australia, and we're competing for a slice of a static cake. And the more we advertise, the more opportunity we have to take a bigger share of that cake. My company, in the early 1970s, was market leader here. It no longer is. It's second in the market. Rothman's, one of the other companies in the organisation some years ago, was not at market leadership. Now it is.
So you're not trying to recruit smokers?
We can't recruit smokers. You can't make people smoke by advertising.
Well, if you're not recruiting smokers, doesn't that mean that your industry is a dying industry?
No, it doesn't. People, as I said, smoke for other reasons. At some stage in your life, you decide to do a whole range of things. I don't believe that advertising, in the case of smoking, plays that role. It's like motor vehicle drivers. People start to drive at a certain age.
But it doesn't in so many other products. Why wouldn't it?
What's the point of advertising then?
Well, because we're a competitive animal. If we all agreed that we would merge and form a monopoly in this country and had one brand, we wouldn't advertise. We wouldn't need to. But we're not. We believe in free enterprise. We believe in competition. And part of competition, or probably the most significant component of competition, is putting our point of view and putting our product in the commercial marketplace and encouraging competition. Just like you and I might compete in races. We don't want to stop that competition, because at the end of the day, we're not going to have significant achievements in that area.
Your assertion that the static market hides the fact that there's a great number of adult smokers giving it up, and the loss rate is being balanced by recruitment among younger kids.
That's been the case for 500 years.
Yes, but that certainly does not argue for a static market. It indicates that for some reason that the recruitment is still taking place in the age groups which you would argue that you are not advertising.
Exactly the same is true in the coffee market. Advertising does not increase the number of smokers. It provides those people who've decided to smoke with a range of alternatives. Firstly, it tells them the products available on the market. It gives them some indication of the size of packaging, some indication of the blend of tobacco.